Hey Pisces, it's Suzanne with Sunny Forest Tarot here to do a little weekly connections reading. All right, so whoever it is that you're connecting with, in a relationship with, thinking about, you have an interest, whatever it is. All right, so we're going to pull some cards here. We're going to pull 6 cards. And I'll tell you what they're about as we go. All right, let's get started here. All right, so the first card, all right, we've got the Two of Pentacles, and this card represents why you for them. All right, so what is it about you for them that's important to know? All right, so we have Two of Pentacles. So, you know, I feel like you came into this person's life because this person is being forced to make a decision in their life, in their physical reality. That's why you came into this person's life. So let's get some detail about that. All right, so what do we have here? Okay, so we have creation. So you came into this person's life because this person is meant to create something. It might be about inspiration from you in some way. You might be this person's muse in some way. All right. So let's see what it is that you might be helping them to create. Okay, so we have the Cancer card, Chariot, in the reverse. So I feel like this is about inspiring and creating an idea for this person, you know, when it comes to ultimately moving towards their heart's desire, but they're not in that space yet. They're in a mode of thinking about what it is they need to create. So let's see why the Chariot. All right, so we have Knight of Cups. That's a card of Pisces. Okay, so this person, I feel like, is meant to be thinking about you. There's something about you that is inspiring this person to create something that will ultimately bring them some kind of victory when that Chariot card can flip around. The Knight of Cups is, you know, I feel like where this person is in their head is around the deep emotions that they carry for you. All right, so you came into this person's life to inspire them in some way, to move them towards their heart's desire, which very likely could be you. Okay, so the next card here is about why them for you. So in some way, this is about communication, because we have a page here, and pages are about communication, emotional communication. So they came into your life for the reason of you being able to express yourself emotionally. So let's see what this is about. All right, so we have the teachers around you. Okay, so, you know, I feel like this person might be in some way teaching you something, you know, when it comes to emotional communication. So let's see what that's about. Look at that. We have the Two of Swords. So this person truly is about allowing you to open your heart and speak authentically when it comes to emotional communication. All right, so let's see why the Two of Swords. All right, and then we have the Five of Cups in the reverse. So this person is teaching you that focusing on past losses it doesn't, those past losses don't mean that you're going to experience that again. It, this person more than likely is about showing you that, you know, a mutual connection, Two of Cups, mutual feelings can be real and can be for your higher good, and being able to emotionally speak about those feelings, I feel like, is why this person came into your life. All right. So, moving on to the next card. All right, we've got the spark. So, the spark here is the Ace of Swords in the reverse. So, in some way, this connection or this relationship was, there was a spark that's based in some type of illusion or non-truth. All right, so, you know, what does that mean? That means that somebody here might have had a false perception, or both of you might have had some false perceptions about what is actually connecting you. Okay, so let's see what that's about. Okay, we have idealistic. So I feel like the false perception was that, you know, you to them and them to you were the ideal person. Okay, and that is intrinsically false, because nobody can necessarily be everything to one person. So you and this person might be very focused on the ideal qualities of the other person, you know, and that might be creating a little bit of an illusion for both of you. So let's see what the idealistic energy is about here. The Two of Cups. The ideal mutual feelings. Okay, so that is the spark between the two of you, is, you know, we both believe that we have these ideal feelings that create this ideal match, and that in and of itself is an illusion, especially since you struggle with emotional communication, you know, and, you know, this person, you know, you came into their life to, I feel like, inspire them to create something in their life and make a decision. And that decision is around you. All right, so let's see why the Two of Cups. All right, so we've got the Hermit in the reverse. All right, so Virgo energy there. You know, when this card is in the upright, you know, it's about, you know, Virgo energy is about details and perfection. Again, that idealistic energy. So, you know, the reason the two of you are, why this spark happened between the two of you, and why the two of you are looking at this spark as being this ideal mutual connection, you know, I feel like it's helping you to see the light that, you know, being in a perfect connection or a perfect, you know, type of situation isn't necessarily, you know, Ace of Swords real. It's an illusion. So, you know, if we've had past experiences, past losses, it's probably because, you know, past relationships didn't meet some type of idealistic standard for you. You know, I think it's good to have ideals, but it's not necessarily great to have ideal expectations and put those on another person. You know, can you meet somebody else's ideal expectations? Probably not. And just the same, they can't meet yours. So this was to shine a light on the fact that, you know, having those ideal expectations, you know, only creates repeated loss for you. Okay, and it creates this person, it hinders this person from moving forward with you. All right, so that's what we're looking at here. Over here we have the World, and this card is representing why this connection. So the World, to me, can be a completion of a cycle or the beginning of a new cycle. But this card is kind of my happy ending card. Okay, so I feel like when it comes to why this connection, I feel like it's trying to show us in some way that there is the chance for a happy ending here. But let's see what this is about. Look at that. Moving forward. So the two of you may not be in the energy of moving forward or moving towards a happy ending. But that's what this connection is about. It's about moving forward for you from loss, moving forward from for this person from being in their head about you, but maybe not taking, the actions that they need to take towards you. So let's see what moving forward is about. Okay, so we have another page. So it's about, again, pages are about communication. And in this case, it's about sharing of ideas. So you guys are coming together to have a happy ending created through the sharing of ideas with each other. So let's see why we're getting the Page of Wands. All right, so we've got the Eight of Cups in the reverse. So when this is interesting because when this card is in the upright, this person is moving away from these 8 cups. Each one of these cups represents, emotional fulfillment. Okay, 9 of Cups is the emotional fulfillment card, or it's the wishes fulfilled card. So, I feel like the happy ending here is, yes, you might have moved away. Maybe you moved away from each other. Maybe you moved away from past relationships that were almost perfect or almost right or almost ideal. So this relationship or connection is about, revisiting these 8 cups, of built up emotion. Maybe it wasn't perfect, right? Maybe it wasn't completely ideal. Maybe it isn't completely ideal, but you can still have a happy ending here when the two of you share your ideas about what emotionally fulfills you. And if you're not doing that, it feels like that's what you need to be doing. All right, so the 5th card here is about barriers and resistance. All right, so we have 9 of Pentacles here. So I feel like the initial barriers and resistance here in this connection are really about, both of us are perfectly okay on our own. So, there might be a question of, for both of you, like, well, I don't really need somebody, to make me feel comfortable in this world. I don't really, that's the energy that I feel like you put out. Okay. Whether you feel that way or not, you put out to the world that you're perfectly okay on your own. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay. But that is something that you're putting out there to, to this person, and they might be putting that out there to you as well. So let's see what this is about here. Divine Feminine. All right, so whoever the feminine is in this connection, I feel like is putting out that energy that, I don't really need anybody. I'm perfectly okay on my own. That might be how you talk about your life to other people. You might say, you know what? Nobody is good enough. I'm constantly disappointed. Nobody fits my ideal expectations. So that's what ends up happening. What you talk about, you bring about, okay, in the physical world. So I feel like the feminine in this situation is probably doing that more than the masculine energy. So let's see what this is about. All right, so we've got 8 of Pentacles. Okay, I can make it on my own. I am perfectly willing to support myself, progress in life by myself. This is the energy that you're putting out. This is the barrier or the resistance in this connection, whether you realize it or not. Be careful how you talk about what it is that you want or what it is that you need. You know, it might feel very vulnerable to speak to what you need and what you want. And if that's the case, don't talk about it. Okay? Don't talk about something that you want in a negative way. All right? So, why the Eight of Pentacles? Nine of Cups. So, Nine of Cups, again, is wishes fulfilled. So, I feel like you're working against yourself. You know, it's like you're working really hard to make sure that you're okay on your own and make sure that you're comfortable on your own. But in reality, there's something that you want that's more emotionally fulfilling. You want emotional fulfillment. So, you know, if that's what you want, be careful how you talk about this person, whoever this is. Talk about them in a positive way. Talk about them as though, you know, they are everything to you and that they are that ideal, even though ideal can be an illusion. Okay, they might be the ideal for you. All right. So finally here, we have what is unspoken between the two of you, and we have the Nine of Swords. So the Nine of Swords says that both of you are in this energy of being worried about the past, whatever, you know, whatever losses you've had in the past. Again, don't mean that you're going to have those same losses in the future. Okay? Or you're worried about the future and worried about what the other person is thinking. So it really keeps you, you know, out of the present. All right? So what's unspoken between the two of you is what you worry about when it comes to each other. So let's see what this has to do with. All right, the pull towards something. You both feel this pull towards each other, and you both worry about whether or not the other person feels that pull as well. All right, so let's see what this pull is about. Okay, we've got the Seven of Swords. Yeah, neither one of you, both of you are more concerned about being deceived by the other person. You're worried about being deceived by this magnetic pull that you have towards each other. You worry about it. Is it real? You know, was it real when, you know, I first encountered this person? Is it real now? Is it really going to be real in the future? So why the Seven of Swords? All right, so we've got the Queen of Swords. All right, both of you worry about whether or not, you know, the unspoken here is that you worry that this person is going to cut you off. They worry about the same thing. So, yeah, that's what's happening here. That's what is unspoken between the two of you. You're worried that you're being deceived. You know, that's why you put out this Nine of Pentacles energy, you know, and Nine of Cups. Also, both of nines. Okay, we've got a lot of nines here, which is independent energy. So potentially admitting to yourself that, you know, you do want someone to rely on. You do want someone to spend your time with. You do want to share resources. Maybe you do want to share your life. Okay, so what you're putting out to the world, what you're saying, I feel like isn't necessarily matching what, you know, what you really desire internally. Okay. All right. So let's get some advice from Spirit for both you and your person. All right. So we'll get 2 for you and 2 for your person. 2 for you, advice for you, and we've got tune in to the divine will, open to higher illumination. So there's a light that you might be seeing, but there's something above and beyond that. Sorry, that's Barney in the background. So tune into the divine will here. It feels like you're not necessarily aligned with the divine will that is trying to happen here. Barney, honestly. Hey, Barn. Hey, Barney, you want to help Mommy? You want to help Mommy? Hey, you want to help Mama? Oh, that's not working. Must be something good out there. All right, so what do we have here? Act with wisdom. Use information for the highest good. So that means question the information that you have. Call on a higher power to really dissect, the information that you have about this connection, because there's something that you're not seeing. For this person over here, we have increase your light levels. So kind of the same thing. You're getting open to higher illumination, which is light. Increase your light levels. Open your stellar gateway chakra. Okay, so, I feel like that's the crown chakra. That's the energy of knowing. So this person is being given some information, to help them trust, I feel like, their inner knowing. And then what else do we have? See with enlightened eyes, open to abundance. So this is about, really relinquishing that fear that, I feel like we have here when it comes, to what is unspoken between the two of you. Both of you have a lot of fear, because that's what 9 of Swords is. So seeing with enlightened eyes, trust the knowing. Trust this knowing. And, for you, it's about really looking at the information you have and asking yourself and asking a higher power, what is really going on here? And, this person might be ideal for you. But having ideal expectations, that's another story. That does create resistance. And the energy that you're putting out there is that I'm fine being single. But are you? Okay? All right, Pisces, that is what I've got for you. If you're looking for a deeper, more personal reading, certainly reach out to me. If not, no worries. Sorry for Barney's barking. And I will talk to you next time. All right? Thanks so much. Bye.